Welcome to Kump. Sorry the show is a couple days late. I was in the hospital with pink eye for multiple nights. Observed. You think, oh, that's just you just need some antibiotic eye drops for your pink eye. No, they wanna watch you, these doctors, and examine you. Have you ever had pink eye, Lucie?
I have, yeah, but nobody's ever experimented on me the way you were experimented on.
Nasty. They shove nasty things in me. Rulers, measuring tapes. There's just a lot in life I've been dealt.
They were just. I feel like they were just using it as an excuse to violate you.
There's much like the TSA. They like to get handsy with me. Mm-hmm. I have there's something about me. I have a magneticism towards these creeps who want to exert their I feel like when an invading force comes into your small town. And they want to kind of break down, someone.
Take the strongest man and break him down.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say I'm the strongest man, but I have the kind of the weird yoke of authority, of small town authority, and they want.
You put forward a presence like you're not gonna mess with me.
I'm a corrupt small town mayor.
Yeah.
I'm wired into the worst people, and I'm bought off easily. And they've come in, this invading force, this jackboot force comes to try and tamp down on all the illicit, post-apocalyptic movement.
Right.
Regardless, I get, my eyes, I don't know what to tell you. If I was Sydney Sweeney with her wonderful genes, perhaps I would have beautiful eyes that don't get, whatever, chicken meat inside them.
That's a good question. You think Sydney Sweeney has ever had pink eye?
I bet. I don't know. No, you realize how genetic she is? Sydney Sweeney is the most genetic woman. Her genes are like opals, like milky opals. It's an interesting. What happened this week? Sydney Sweeney. Let's see if she brings up her pink eye in this commercial.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
Why is she wearing like a mechanic's coveralls? What is this? This baggy? I don't know this baggy
she's wearing
thing.
Like a boyfriend look, it's a little oversized.
Like she's wearing her boyfriend mechanic's coveralls. Like, don't wear that. You're on your period. Don't wear that. You're gonna bleed them. They're gonna make fun of me. And they see blood on my crotch.
That's a good point, though. It's like the jeans themselves, the clothes they picked for her.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily like the tightest or like the most revealing.
I haven't liked the way jeans looked on women for years. They wear these baggy midriff jeans. Look, I'm not here like the mayor going like, hey, like with a measuring tape saying where would I like, That's just not. I'm not. But it doesn't. It's never. It's for a long time now. I've never understood this mid-waist jean.
You like your jeans waisted very low.
Well, they used to call it a whale tail, right? When the thongs stick out. Honestly, ridiculous looking thongs. You knew it wasn't authentic. A lot of the time when it would come up like 6 feet into the chest.
To you, jeans aren't feminine unless you can see a little bit of the crack, a little bit of that outline, a little bit of camel toe.
No, you're right. You're right. Have them look like Ralphie May in a spaghetti eating contest. R.I.P.
So blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
And everyone's saying that she's
enough.
Breathy Hitler.
I like her voice. It's comforting to me.
No, look,
I find it soothing.
It's generically sexy. It's sexy in a way where it's like, if you had some cocktail waitress in Vegas trying to be hot and she wasn't doing that, you'd be like, you're not even trying. I'll tip you, I guess, but I don't expect you to take me back to my room, but how it's just the kind of, what are we paying for here? Now, clearly I haven't paid and I'm being a nuisance and they're about to kick me out in this scenario. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm trying to steal chips from other players. Mm-hmm. But regardless, I don't, she's no Audrey Hepburn. She's no Marilyn Monroe.
She doesn't have the depth of an Audrey Hepburn or really the girl or the girlishness of a Marilyn Monroe. She's kind of in the middle.
Or the ability to eat pills. Frankly, people understate that. I think that's her best trait.
That's kind of completely gone away. That the sexy innocent thing has gone away.
Well, I mean, it comes and goes. It ebbs and flows. Depends on who you. But yeah, I mean, it's right now the queen of sultry, Sydney Sweeney, the genetic sultress, the bumblebee of Hollywood, is in charge, and she ain't playing cute. She ain't no Winnie Cooper. She's gonna. Now here's the thing. I don't. I understand that like it's just all right. People are saying that this is a nod to eugenics, I guess, a nod to Germany's history of eugenic experimentation and racial codes, right?
It's people are arguing that. I mean, it would be interesting if that was the intention of it, but this is an old. Aren't they reviving an old campaign here?
I don't know. I'm not an American Eagle head. I know I'm an Eagle Scout, but I'm not up on all their ad campaigns. It's not McDonald's. I mean, ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. Like that's catchy. American Eagle. I can't name you one ad campaign. I know Brooke Shields did something like this. They said, which is here's the thing. They're calling this a dog whistle. Is the entire field of genetics just the purview of the Nazis now?
Right.
Like, is Jurassic Park a Nazi film?
Right.
Is Jurassic Park Trying for the Will? I'm just trying. Did Leni Riefenstahl direct Jurassic Park? I mean, I understand that, like, you know, she's not saying, like, look, I got great, Sydney Sweeney's got great genes, and you are going to be aborted. Because you have a hangnail or something. It's like, you know, you can be, people are attractive or not. Now, there's a subjectivity to it. People are blonde or not, or whatever the hell. You want skinny girls or fat girls, I don't care. You know?
Right.
I don't care. Do whatever you like. As long as we're all adults, we're all fine. But that being said, some people look one way and some will look another way. That's not Nazis. That's just, you know, I don't know.
It also means, like, they're saying, she's saying my genes are blue, referring to her blue eyes, because she can't say, like, in an American Eagle ad, she can't say, and that's why I have big tits.
Right.
You know,
yes, exactly. Well, that's a fair point. Look, hey, we both know you're trying to shove a hot dog between two cantaloupes here, but wink my eyelashes. Like, you know, that's my impression of Sydney Sweeney. That's how she sounds in my head. Right. My eyelashes. I have two big cantaloupes. And if you stick a hot dog in the cantaloupe, what happens? Oh, American Eagle. It just seems like, look, if we're gonna,
like they're trying to do innuendo,
right?
And people are only seeing the literal message. Like they're just what, you're Nazis? Like,
no, this is about you sticking in my ass. This is about me getting plowed. All right. This is about you, your wife finding, you know, like some AI, what do they call that stuff? Deep fakes of me, and your cache and your internet cache. Yeah. That's where it's at.
I saw some response to this on LinkedIn.
Yeah, on LinkedIn. What the hell are you talking about on LinkedIn? Is LinkedIn the new Twitter?
It was on LinkedIn, and there was this woman going like, "I work in advertising," and all the people who are saying that this doesn't mean anything, right? Like, I work in advertising. They think through everything. They think through every detail.
Who does?
They don't leave anything up to chance.
This is not true at all.
And I was like, I've worked for an ad agency. Those guys are high half the time.
Yeah, like, Bud Light, like, you know, kamikaze, like half their business like a year or two ago over an ad. Yeah, they didn't think through.
Right, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. These ad agents, here's the thing about you got to know about ad agencies, and this is not coming from, I'm not in the business per se. I've had certain jobs that somewhat adjacent to it, and I've talked to people. I don't know, I'm also not involved in the Kennedy administration, but I talk about him getting clipped, so whatever. By the way, subscribe to the show, get notification bell, patreon.com/RayCump. You get an extra episode every week for $5 a month. That was quick. So, people appreciate that.
That was speedy.
Right? This is the new Kump. So, you know, but here's the thing about the advertising business. It's changing now. But for a long time, it was just people with accounts. Like not expense accounts per se. I mean that too, but like you had a certain amount of your budget. You had a certain amount of money every year and had to get spent, right? Mm-hmm. And just like in every other thing, like, organization where if you don't spend it, it gets taken out of next year's budget. So I think for years, like this idea that Coca-Cola was really tracking how effective the polar bear ad was. Mm-hmm. The polar bear drinking Coca-Cola that gave us 18.2% more sugar cocaine junkies. They don't know. It's like it's a weird like leap of faith, I think, is my point. Mm-hmm. Where you go, look, I mean, they gotta know we're there. Well, you can't just stop advertising. Right. Because if you do, eventually, people born into it won't really know. Like, they won't see Coke as that ubiquitous thing, I guess. Right? Yeah. Maybe. But, like, this idea that, like, these ads are all very specific. There's a lot of money behind it. And I think occasionally people can, these jobs get shuffled around in corporate America. Right? Right. And some new VP comes in, new VP of marketing, we're going to do a whole new thing. And they think about it for a minute. And they had something, and they put a lot of attention into it because the CEO's involved in this one or whatever. But half the time, it's just like, now what do? We got to spend this money. We got to let people know we're still around. The American Eagles. Whatever happened to the American Eagles? They're up my ass. Sydney Sweeney.
Eagle, like Eagle's Nest.
Ooh, yeah, you're finding a lot of information here. It's like, but I'm saying they don't think this through as much as you think. Sometimes the guy who did, what's some good ads? The guys who did the Quiznos. I always loved those Quiznos hamsters. Those were fun.
The best ad of all time.
They were great. I mean, honestly, the idea that you wouldn't eat, the idea that that's disgusting, but like, Grimace is appetizing. Oh, I want to eat where Grimace is. Bring up Grimace for a second. People love to bring up the Quiznos rats singing. If you don't know what I'm talking, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Quiznos was a delicious sandwich shop, and they're almost gone. And people love to blame the rats, the singing rats, because who wants to eat a sandwich at a rat shop? But this is Grimace. This is one of the main guys for McDonald's.
Right, what was the intention behind this?
Yeah, and what's the appeal of it visually? Like, what does this make you want? I mean, if you were eating eggplant parm, maybe. But they've never made an eggplant parm, I don't think. Why wouldn't they make an eggplant parm hero at McDonald's? It's called the Grimace.
Yeah, it's actually, McDonald's is fantastically not associated with purple.
Can you imagine them trying to do eggplant? I mean, I cut up an eggplant, I put it in a deli container, I slice it up, I roast it nice, and 6 hours later, it's like soup. You can't transport eggplants like that. Trust me. My point is, they just don't. No one knows nothing, and we all like to, play money morning quarterback, money morning quarterback, whatever. But Sydney, the Sweeney's, you were pointing. I mean, here's the thing. Is she the greatest actress? Yes.
Of all time.
Of all time. That being, but like it's.
Well, so I saw somebody point out that it's like she probably knows. She's kind of like on the back end of what, like she's maybe approaching the back end of what her appeal is going to be.
It's interesting. Right? It's an interesting thought. I mean, you're probably right because women don't usually have long shelf lives.
She's young. She's beautiful. She's maybe like I actually might think she's a better actress than most people would give her credit for. But like but she's not great realistically.
Sure, I think you're gonna say Meryl Streep. She's a better actress than Meryl Streep. But I think Meryl Streep is very overrated.
I kind of think so too.
I thought Sophie's Choice was a real modeling.
She might be better than Meryl Streep.
She might be. I think honestly, if you look at her in White Lotus when she's like, excuse me, I can't see Meryl Streep pulling that off. Can you imagine Meryl Streep trying to be like the hot girl at the pool and going, excuse me? It would just seem like insane. But she's the greatest actress of all time, and Sydney Sweeney's trash. That's just the Hollywood narrative they want to push on you. They're trying to push. Who else was a big one? They love Amy Adams. She's the new it girl. Who else? I
think I would actually definitely argue Sydney Sweeney is better than Amy Adams.
Well, Amy Adams has like 16 Oscars. Yeah. And no one knows for what. You ask them for what, and it's like, I don't know. Was she in Kundun? I don't know. I don't remember. Was she Kundun? Let's say Kundun. That's Scorsese, right? I never saw Kundun. Which one is Kundun? We get demonetized because of saying that name. It sounds crazy. What is it? It's like an Indian thing?
What
you never heard? Look it up. Look up Kundun. You never look up. It's a Scorsese film, I think. It's like about like the. It's about the Dalai Lama. It's like the last emperor, but different.
In 1937, a 2.5 boy from a simple family in Tibet was recognized as the 14th reincarnation of the Buddha of compassion.
Yeah, he's a Dalai Lama. It's a little kid. And that's why he's allowed to lick kids' tongues or whatever he does, the Dalai Lama, I guess. I wonder if that's covered in the film. He's like, lick my tongue. That's a reference. Everyone's mad, but it's a reference to Kundun. Whatever. Lucie thought it was crazy. She's like, what did you think I was bringing up?
I don't know. But American Eagle had a response to the controversy.
Okay, so you want to read this?
Sydney Sweeney has great genes, is and always was about the genes. Her genes, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their AE genes with confidence their way.
They couldn't just write American Eagle? Yeah. What? I don't understand. Like AE, it's like that. You haven't taken up a lot of space here in this picture.
Right.
A lot of negative space. You could maybe use one more line and wrote out an American Eagle. I'm sorry you're not as ubiquitous as, like Mickey D's.
Well, I saw someone pointing out, and look, patterns, you can find patterns if you look for them.
Yeah.
But like I saw someone pointing out that the capitalized H's, HH,
right.
is 14 words underneath. Which I always forget what those are, but like it's some kind of Nazi thing.
Well, I'm sure we're disappointed you can't remember that.
What?
I'm very disappointed my wife can't remember the 14 words. This is gonna look. I look like a real cuck now.
I look like a fool. What you do reflects on me.
I mean, it's just interesting. No, is it possible that the CEO and the people behind American Eagle, the people who own American Eagle, are trying to push a white nationalist eugenics agenda? That they're trying to push the Nazis. I guess you have to ask yourself who owns American Eagle. Who does own American Eagle? Can we look up?
Who does own it?
Let's see.
Jay Schottenstein
is that sounds German, doesn't it?
It does sound
Well,
German.
serves as the executive chairman. Does it? Does it? I looked this up, by the way. It's not. He's not. The CEO. He's not only the CEO. He's also like the primary shareholder.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if this man maybe, but then but we have to. You always ask yourself who's. Like, if this makes any sense, that Jay Schottenstein is trying to push a Nazi agenda. Maybe he is. People are allowed to push different, Kanye West can be a lot of different people can do it.
Maybe Jay Schottenstein is trying to push a little bit of a Nazi agenda as an olive branch.
You think he's like, look, we know we've kind of hammered you people with like you can't have race hate and whatever for years.
No race hate for you.
And so and this is our way of saying, you know what? We've all had a rough couple of years. COVID and this earthquake. Go crazy, kids. Go crazy. Have a little white supremacy in your coffee. It's just people will cling to anything, and then no one's gonna look and go, hey, who are we bombing now? Who are we starving to death? Who are we starving to death? Where are these files with Epstein? Where are they? Who? Jeffrey Epstein stole children from me. Why did you have them? Well, I understand. It seems weird.
Right.
Why do you feel comfortable stealing your children? your massage children, whatever they were. It's all very. Oh, look at this, Sydney Sweeney. Maybe is she quoting Mein Kampf? Maybe Sydney Sweeney's quoting Mein Kampf in the White Lotus. Let's look into that. It's just all very. I just don't know.
And people will point out that she's a Republican, but aren't the Republicans don't they love Israel?
Yeah, they look. It's all mishmash. It's all it's a big key party now. It's a big wife swap.
Yeah,
and no one knows what's up. And it's also and then you're allowed to be Republican. It's half the country.
Yeah,
you gotta stop. I can't believe you support this. Well, I mean, then you have a problem understanding the progression of events in American current history. If you can't believe it. Because you think I should have been normalized? Whatever, I don't know. It is. Like, you know what I mean? The extent to which people are, like, allowed to, like, support a guy who, is Trump a little autocratic? Yeah. That's what they like now.
Right.
That's what the people like. I don't like it. What do you want me to do about it? Like yell at call Sydney Sweeney a white criminal?
You white criminal.
I mean,
throw eggs at her.
I mean, are we supposed to have a tribunal for Sydney Sweeney? Are we supposed to bring her to the Hague? You know what you did. You and Jay Schottenstein, whatever his name, cooked up a plan here to bring back the Klan. Right? I mean, what are we getting at?
Right.
What is this selling? Is it because she's not 600 pounds? I know, like it's when you see people on Twitter going, "Oh, it's because people are hot. Oh, the liberals hate hot people." There's hot liberals.
There were a few years there, you know, where I don't know if you felt seen by this, but like, you know, where everyone on a cover of anything,
right,
was not looking great. It was just
it was like me on the cover of the swimsuit issue.
It was very large.
We don't need that.
You know,
it's like no one. This idea like that you haven't honed that you know, like fat people aren't good at smiling. First of all,
did that make you feel more centered?
No, I felt rejected. I should have been in it.
Yeah.
It made me think, oh, even this woman's disgusting, and she's actually getting what have I done? You know what I mean? That's the thing. What you don't want to show people. Here's the gimmick. There's only so much good stuff to go around. I know people have told you for a long time about the American dream. It's all kind of not great. It's all mostly bull. Mm-hmm. Oh, I made money off crypto. Good for you, sir. You made, what, 10 grand over the course of a couple? Other people made more. Yeah. Other people go, I made tons of money. We're doing nothing. All right.
Also, it's like the people who were made icons, the people who were put in the center under the spotlight.
Yeah.
And you know, focused on as like kind of objects of beauty. They ate pills and they died. Right.
Well, that too. Matthew Perry, he wasn't the hunk, I guess, but still. But he's like, you know, he drank so much vodka, his like face flipped inside out.
Like this is not.
And he slunk into a jacuzzi and died on like fentanyl or whatever, or like, you know, what was it, ketamine? You're like, oh, everything's so great. Even celebrities, like, I mean, you realize how rich you have to have something nice in this country. I mean, really nice, not your tomato garden, like a real nice like piece of property. It's so like, you know, this idea it's better to have a class of royalty. Mm-hmm. Who cares about you? I feel like I'm not saying like I'm not one of these like, you know, constitutional monarchists, right? Like on Jubilee. I'm not trying to get that going. I'm just saying, but this idea that like you don't want the person who's eating themselves to death on purpose to feel like they got a shot at being, you know, the next Sydney Sweeney.
Right.
It's all it's gonna do is hurt them.
It's true.
You'll pick a couple Willy Wonka style random fat kids, and you know that girl who's like who's that Native, was she Indian, like Native American, whatever, fat woman who's like the influencer for like young men. Did they try to push? Look up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who's this woman? And it's like, yeah, they'll pick up a couple of those and they'll make them like, you know, I guess like, you know, what's her stupid name? Just write liberal fat woman influencing men. Go to the images. There we go. Is that her?
Is this her?
It might as well be. It looks enough like her. If it's not her, but I think this is her, right? Is this the woman? Whatever.
I don't know.
It could be. Point is, she was no less, you know, no more or less than that woman.
Okay.
And then they'll pick a couple of them and go, you can be like an online presence.
Right, like they were some kind of ambassador or something, right?
They're not going to let you in Nantucket. They're not going to let you into, like, you know, Palos Verdes. They're not going to give you the keys to what's the other one? Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara's quite lovely, you know? You're not allowed there. You're allowed to, like, you know, talk to, like, incels online and, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So this idea that, like, it's being democratized, it's just a way of, like, cruelly, or I don't care if it's cruel or not, but, you know, it's just, like, it's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's strange. Like, you know, it's like I remember you have good genes.
Right.
Being kind of like, I feel like it used to be a more common compliment that you would hear.
I feel like it still is, yeah.
You know, like you would hear every once in a while, like you'd maybe hear a person who just has it going on.
Right.
You got great genes.
Right.
Or even like it would be used to like if somebody's grandparents were just like lived like crazy long.
Yeah. Great genes. It's just it's just that something makes you have a certain nose and this person have a different one.
Right.
It ain't the same as like, now we're going to sterilize you so you can't breed. I mean, it's just not, it's like, you know, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, and look, I mean, are they dog whistling? And for those dog whistling is what, the act of saying something, you know, we want to appeal to racists, but in a wink, wink way. That's the gimmick, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you've looked around. We're past dog whistles. We're well past dog whistles in this country. You can just be racist. You can go on Twitter and say whatever you want. You can go on, no one needs American Eagle to like cosplay as like Herman Goering, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one's be like, oh, I wish these jeans were more racist so I'd buy them. I wish these jeans were racially, you know, part of some a set of laws, a racial codification system. Mm-hmm. Do you think the people at Walmart are trying to, like, you know, these Levi's, but you know, don't they support black people? Aren't black people allowed to have Levi's? I don't want them then. It's just, think it through. What is this appeal? You really think American Eagle is going to be? I mean, it is just like the most, like, you know, these jeans must be made in like a gulag in like you know, Kuala Lumpur. American Eagle. It's like Johnny America, Uncle Sam jeans. So I don't know. What do you think Sydney Sweeney's next career move should be? Should she like maybe date Nick Fuentes? That would be something.
That would be crazy.
It would be a real treat. He's feuding with Tucker Carlson.
Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, Tucker Carlson said that he was a little gay kid in his basement, and Nick Fuentes is saying that his dad was in the CIA.
Mm.
So
didn't that turn out to be true?
Yeah, no. Tucker's whole point was, I only found that out last year. How did you know? Who's telling you?
Oh, that's strange.
Which is, yeah, look, if it's true, it would be strange. It's also like, all right, yeah, I mean, sure, you only knew last year. I mean, I think he was hanging out with the Contras, like Tucker.
Yeah.
Was hanging out with like the Contras, like whatever. This is
really interesting.
We don't need to. The point is, I don't think.
I thought that his dad ran a frozen family dinner fortune or something.
Well, I know he's part of the Swanson TV dinner fortune.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson. That being said, I think when you build a frozen TV dinner fortune, though, you know, the first few years can be pretty intensive, right? You have to scale up, find new investors, go public, make an IPO, new factories. You know, as you get bigger, there's more strict standards from the FDA and, you know, and marketing and all that. But after a while, it kind of runs itself, and you're free to, you know, overthrow governments in South America. It's kind of like you've done your bit, and now you get to relax.
It's all about building passive income streams.
Exactly, right? You move from one to the next. So it's like, you know, you don't just keep, like, what do you think, he's packing every meatloaf into the tray? You know, it's like after a while, it runs itself, and then you get to sow discontent in Nicaragua.
Yeah, that seems like I think that Tucker Carlson kind of underestimated how much overlap there is. You know, like between him and Nick Fuentes.
Oh, I thought it meant like TV dinners and intelligence. like and if you knew how in bed with the Mossad, the guys from Kid Cuisine are. Remember Kid Cuisine? Bring up Kid Cuisine. I don't think you remember what I'm talking about.
I kind of remember Kid Cuisine, I think.
Good images. This is a Mossad operation. This is actually directly connected to the USA situation. Are they giving kid? Why don't they give? Can we ship some Kid Cuisine to Gaza? I mean, you don't have to be a kid to eat this crap. I mean, it's
imagine how good a Kid Cuisine would look if you were starving.
I mean, imagine how little it would help you.
It looks pretty good right now.
Imagine how little it would help you. I mean, hopefully it would put some. The calories alone would help you live. But I mean, imagine that. Imagine you get bombed for months. Mm-hmm. You get power and utilities are all shut off. More bombs, attacks, sewage probably situations. I imagine. Then you have to leave your home because so much bombing, and then you get you're at the camp, whatever, the place where they put you, and then they're shooting at you when you try to eat. And right. then you finally get your hands on a piece of food, and it's Kid Cuisine Sausalito patties. Sausalito sausage patties. Is that one of them?
I just remember. I remember watching The Pianist, and there's this part in The Pianist where he gets some bread and some jam.
Sure.
And Polanski, the bastard that he is.
Yeah.
He did a good job of making like the jam look really good. You know, like it's shiny. It's nice, shiny, red, deep jam.
Only a PDF file can make jam look that good on camera. If you want someone to sell your jam, you get a PDF file. No, go on.
I'm just saying, I bet it probably looks like that.
Yeah.
It's just shining. The Kid Cuisine is probably shining when you're
maybe,
like
or they might be going, are these batteries? What are we doing here? What this is some kind of this is insulation from. I don't have a house. Why are you giving me insulation? Oh, it's food. Oh, interesting. Okay, do I microwave this? I don't have one. You got one? So I just kind of put it in the sun and bake it that way. I guess so. Yeah, you would. I mean, honestly, if you're starving to death, and your teeth are knocked out. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just assuming you would gum the nuggets from a Kid Cuisine. Mm-hmm. Why did I make that motion? Why did I make that motion? I'm just saying you put it. I'm holding my mouth, just chewing. Is my point. Whatever.
But man, the starvation situation in Gaza.
It's
absolutely horrendous.
It doesn't seem to be a great thing.
No.
I'm going on a limb. Because, no, it's so what is, do we have a story on this? Years ago, or at least, a long time ago, Israel said that they were putting the Palestinians on a diet. Right. What they said? Oh, they said that. Oh, they actually, right. I can't remember that now. We
don't want to starve them. We want to put them on a diet.
It's a bit cheeky for genocidal things.
Right.
You shouldn't be cheeky when you're doing genocide. If you want to call that genocide, that's fine. I enjoy being a fake lawyer too. But we'll say genocide adjacent.
Right.
Cheeky is not the right tone.
No.
You should just be like, we expect there might be some food shortage, but the Israelis. They love to to throw around some flair in the language. They do like to.
They're a jazzy Broadway kind of people.
Some people, right? Some people would argue that hey, we're doing some nasty stuff here. Like Dick Cheney would be a nasty guy, or Rumsfeld, nasty men, men who did nasty things in the Middle East. But when they were described stuff, they were usually pretty kind of matter of fact. Look, we do anticipate some shortages of food, and we'll see what we can do about that. But there's logistical problems and more. You can go that route, or you can go, we're gonna put these motherfuckers on a diet. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to garner empathy for your side. I don't know. Do we have the? So West was a boy killed by Israel just after he collected aid. That seems like I don't. I'm sorry for my ignorance. What are they in? Are they on the beach? The people.
They have these.
They've been pushed to the coast, right?
They have these food distribution sites,
right,
where people gather in the. I've seen videos of this where lots of people overcrowded, kind of gathering in the desert to like get some food.
I think they're on the water.
Are they by the water? I
think so. I think they've been pushed out to the water until the next phase. But whatever. But there's these camps where they supposedly.
They're supposed to be able to get food, pretty regularly. Like the IDF will just open fire into the crowd, no explanation.
No, I guess Israel would argue that look, we're allowing food in, and it's really your responsibility to act in a way that couldn't even be misinterpreted by a soldier as threatening as you're getting your food, even if you're 5 years old. Even if you're 5.
Right.
I know you think, 5-year-olds, what could they do?
Especially a starving 5-year-old.
You think a starving 5-year-old couldn't be a threat? Well, you're not a trained soldier. So what do you know about that?
How do you know how to identify threats?
Yes, all these people who didn't serve are gonna armchair quarterback about how they wouldn't be threatened by a 5-year-old. How about you mind your privilege? Check your privilege. All right, 5-year-olds can be very intimidating, even if they haven't eaten in 3 weeks. That's what they would, I think are what. I'm not saying you look at me like I'm a monster. Yeah. What's the matter?
This is all coming from a whistleblower named Anthony Aguilar.
Yes, he was on
American.
Right, he worked at GS. What do they call them? A CSG, one of those military contracting kind of things. And he was a military veteran, and he retired, and he was hired by this firm as part of some operation, and he witnessed this stuff. Now, I don't know why. Look, I get that, like, if you're running like a Blackwater type thing, like a mercenary company, I get that a lot of people you hire are going to be ex-military. But you should probably get a few guys like me. Guys who think outside the box a little bit. Guys who can go, hey, why don't we just, why don't we set up some nice, like, chocolate fountains? Give something for the kids. I mean, I'm just saying, why don't we, someone who just understands how it's going to play, and don't shoot them when they're eating. That's a bad look. Don't shoot them while they're eating. I feel like there's a problem. No one brought this up because they're all from the same pool of people. They're all military guys. I'm not saying military guys want that to happen, but they just didn't think, like, it didn't occur to them to point out.
Right.
Because it's like, look, anything can happen in battle, right? That's how military guys think. And most of them don't ever, but I would say, hey, let's make it a hard rule. Don't shoot the kids while they're eating. And they could have avoided this stuff. They should just Blackwater people. This wasn't Blackwater, but companies like that. I think Blackwater walked so that everyone else could run or whatever. Or they're still running. I don't have mercenaries work. I'm not tapped into the mercenary community. Unfortunately, that's my point. I should be. They should farm out mercenary advice to me. There should be a council. There should be a guy who's been in war, maybe a guy in the industry, an advertising guy, and a podcaster like me. Right? You're not gonna get rid of the big ones. What you want? You want Rogan? Rogan's not gonna do this. He's busy. I got plenty of time to advise on how not to shoot children while they're eating kid cuisine. But look up the response. There's a response that like what Israel says, it was just sick. They were sick kids or something. Israel seems to be for misusing. Yeah, let's.
Okay.
So they're claiming that this is basically they're claiming that everyone who's supposedly sick has cystic fibrosis or something.
Yeah, I mean, not eating for many days,
right?
Sometimes will make one sick, but
right. I love that scene in 7 when he's starving that.
I gotta say, this kid doesn't seem super well fed either way. It's
it's like he's holding a can. I mean, what's the argument that he has a can in his hand?
Right.
He's fine. He's got a can of chicken and rice soup. That'll last him 3 weeks. What is the? I just.
But you can see even in the picture, like you could see like the outline of his like that. I don't think that's caused by any disease. Like that's caused by losing a lot of weight.
This is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is the craziest discussion. I'm not going to get into this discussion. But I'm not going to start like nitpicking the jaw lines of children, whether they're starving to death or have cystic fibrosis. Right. I mean, this just seems like a thankless effort.
Right.
Like a thankless job. There's just no point. I mean, this can't be your move. If kids are getting killed, at least pretend like you don't like it. Don't just say, "Hey, it's fine. I guess this is fibrosis."
This is from the Jerusalem Post, by the way. The headline
that seems unbiased.
The headline is Israel slams media for misrepresenting Gazan child's condition as starvation, and then underneath it says the child's older brother is shown standing by, looking distressed but relatively healthy.
He's relatively healthy.
None of this looks relatively healthy to me. I have to say
he looks distressed. At the very least, I've never held a can of food and made that face before.
Right, yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on in this picture, but I've never held like an Italian wedding soup can from Progresso and made anguish in my face. I might not be thrilled. I might rather be eating chicken parmero.
Right.
But I've never just wailed.
We're in the United States, obviously, but like I feel like I've seen some people, with who say they have cystic fibrosis who are a little fluffy,
Sure.
Like they're.
No, I don't think
it automatically makes you emaciated.
I don't think Jennifer Aniston was like, how do I get some cystic fibrosis so I can look good for my bikini body?
Yeah.
It's just not the move. You just gotta. It's all ridiculous. It's a ridiculous way. They gotta stop. Just stop. Oh, we want to hospital. It's just enough. It's like, you really. They really want to build this hotel, I guess. This Gaza, like, is it gonna be shaped like a guitar? Like the one in the Guitar Hotel? Maybe it'll be, honestly, if they look.
You love that Guitar Hotel.
It's fascinating. You build a whole guitar. We get a picture of that going. It's fascinating. You build a whole hotel based on guitar. Like, I'm not sure what the gimmick is supposed to be. You go in there. I wonder if you walk in, is there a bunch of guitar? Are there a bunch of like lines on the floor, and then as you walk, it makes the notes? Mm-hmm. That would be cool. So this is the Guitar Hotel. Everyone can see it here, which I believe is run by the Hard Rock, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Hard Rock, right? They built a whole hotel. It's very cool. I would think if Israel decided to like go, hey, people are mad at us. We wanted to just kind of mow through these people and make Gaza into a resort town. Mm-hmm. But now they're mad, and we're afraid they're not going to want to come because of what we did to make it. Right?
We're afraid that the horrific past will haunt them.
Right. Yeah. We're afraid that we've tainted our brand. Yeah. I think what they might want, maybe I'm not trying to help them. The last thing I want to do is help, to make money off this. But it is kind of, I think about the worst case scenario. It would be awful if they built like a whole band of like a drum hotel. And a bass guitar hotel and a regular guitar, you know what I mean? Yeah. And a singer, and you could imagine that. That's the future of hotels.
That would be phenomenal.
Shaped like things. Yeah. A dinosaur hotel. And I worry that's going to happen.
Oh, I'd love to stay in a hotel room in the dinosaur's little hand.
Oh, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to stay in the Brontosaurus Hotel? There's a pterodactyl hotel that's spread between two twin towers, It's actually like done to look like the Twin Towers. It's very tasteless. But I'm saying this is the kind of thing they could turn us around, and I don't want. I hope we stay vigilant and don't let them build the Dinosaur Hotel and just whitewash what's happening right now.
That would be horrific.
Yeah.
Because once all of that amazing stuff is built, it's easy to forget.
Yeah. No, you would look. It's like the Colossus of Rhodes. Remember the Colossus of Rhodes?
Oh yeah, the guy. Yeah, he's spreading his legs.
He's just spread eagle, standing up. He's like Sydney Sweeney up there, in Rhodes, Greece. Remember? And it's been destroyed for thousands of years or whatever. But and it's like no one knows why that was built. That might have also been some kind of hate crime. But we don't know. We just call it the Colossus of Rhodes. That's what I worry about. And I think that's kind of what why were it's like these things are inexplicable. These actions, well, they didn't start it. Okay. Sure. But that being said, it's still more like, are you guys just not checking the news and seeing how it's playing, is my point?
Right.
At a certain point, it's not about who's right or wrong. I mean, it is. But there's also another level where you go, even if you think you're right, like, they don't seem to believe us. We're saying what we are rational. They're not buying it.
Right.
Maybe we, but then not to care. Like look, Abu Ghraib was happening, right? We took the prison, which was infamously run by Saddam's people, Saddam Hussein. It was a bad place to go. Political dissidents and whatever, Kurds probably, and all the people Saddam didn't like. Mm-hmm. People who made fun of his mustache. And we conquered Iraq, right? We take the hotel, the Abu Ghraib prison, right? And then for a while, we ran it, and you know, we had American soldiers torturing people and doing heinous things, unspeakable things, you know. And then when we did it, people found out, we didn't go, right, but I mean, but you know, we thought they might be terrible. We said, this is bad. We got fire Lindy. Well, you get a scapegoat.
Right.
Fire Lindy England. I'm just saying, like, it's just the barreling forward of it all just seems a little like, you know, but what are you going to do? What am I, just don't build a Dinosaur Hotel is all I'm saying. Don't you dare. Don't you dare think
don't you dare build that Dinosaur Hotel in your graves.
I hope someone else does. I'd love to see a Dinosaur Hotel.
In a moral country.
Yeah, in a country like Sweden or Switzerland, mm-hmm. where they don't ask. They move money. They don't ask where it's from. Is that a sin? The Swiss, how about they build a Dinosaur Hotel? Australia would actually be nice. You go to the Sydney Opera House, and you stay at the Dinosaur Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see La Boheme.
God, that would be a classy vacation.
What classy vacation? Do they have a Mad Max experience down there in Australia? I'd love to go do that. They love to pretend to be a marauder or even just be a victim. Mm-hmm. Imagine, like, you know, we'll do a big stage show and we'll like tie you. You pay like $10,000. I don't got that kind of money to spend. Don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't, because what I'm describing, it can't be everyone. But you know, they tie you up to a pole as these like performers, these marauding, you know, post-apocalyptic bikers. I mean, I'm not saying they have sex. You know,
that would be awesome.
But it's all happening around you, and you're like tied up. You're like, you're like those people. You're tied to a car while some stunt driver is driving it through the desert.
I've always liked that idea.
Yeah.
I always like the idea of haunted houses where they can pick you up and touch you. I've never actually.
It's called being kidnapped.
I've never actually done that before, right. But they exist.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wait, a full contact haunted mansion?
Skin to skin.
It's called that?
No.
Oh, okay.
But conceptually, it's
wait. These really? Who? How much do they cost? I mean, the liability alone must be crazy.
I think it is a pretty bad liability. Yeah.
Wait, they just usually they just grab you and shake you a little bit.
I think that in some of these things they can pick you up, they can put you on a table or something.
I've seen ones where there's this guy who has a thing, like he has kids. It was on the internet like years ago.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. He's really extreme.
Yeah, and he was like,
he actually tortures people.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, I like to know what that police chief's doing in that town.
McKinney Manor or something.
Oh, you do what? Do you follow them on Instagram?
Well, when I was researching, like, you know, full contact, you know.
I want a GFE haunted house.
Full contact haunted houses, and like the most extreme haunted house in America came up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that guy. I mean, you could argue that, like, you know,
that guy tortures.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think the guys who run regular haunted houses or like appreciate that. Like, it's not fair if you're actually like a serial killer. Like I'm just running something for the kids. Like, do I have to actually like you know? I get the guy wasn't caught, but clearly he's done this before.
Right.
You know, he's like Wayne Grove from Heat. You know? You don't know what this is, do you?
But that is the future, I think, because like they already have kind of like Airbnbs where you can stay at the Barbie mansion or something.
Right. What is that? Does that mean that, like, what makes it the Barbie mansion? Does it literally just look like the one that you could have played with as a kid? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's not that it has like a plasticky kind of finish or anything. I
don't think so. Okay. But like,
are you hot when you stay there, or do you have to be like, or can you just be like a 500-pound woman? I'm Barbie. What's the problem here? You're just taking big like those park size, one of those plus size park hoppers to go to Disney World. And some fucking fat woman eating a burrito going, oh, look at this. This is like it's pink. I love how it's pink. Give me some chimichangas.
I love being a girl.
I don't know. Barbie. They should do more with the Barbie brand. There should be Barbie. Like,
I think that's gonna be God. There's gonna be a whole fucking Barbie Dream Beach.
But Gaza's gonna be called Barbie Dream Beach. Honestly, that would be interesting if they just rebrand Gaza as a Barbie theme park. Mm-hmm. It's Barbie. Everyone likes Barbie. Remember the Ken song? I'm Ken. Yeah. Look at me. I'm Ken. What is the Ryan Gosling thing was? I'm just Ken. That kid's not starving. He's eating kid cuisine. I'm not really mean. That's what they're trying to do. So, it's no one with cystic fibrosis is allowed at the Barbie theme park. Mm-hmm. That's just their one rule. You can't have cystic fibrosis and be here. How common is cystic fibrosis?
Or I think it said in the article cerebral palsy, but like
maybe both. I'm pretty sure someone says cystic fibrosis. But either way, how many? But
that doesn't seem like a kid with cerebral palsy. I gotta say, like that I think he doesn't seem to be like struggling to walk as much as he seems to be severely underweight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor with a specialization in neurological disorders and degenerative diseases, but I mean, I imagine it's probably more likely he just hasn't had food.
Right.
He's going his can. Is he screaming? What is he screaming with that can? Wow, one can. The fuck am I supposed to do with one can? Like I think departed.
How am I supposed to treat my cerebral palsy with this?
You think risotto soup cures my cystic fibrosis? So it's a strange time to be. But yeah, what we got here? What is this? A skeletal dying child. No, that's Occam's razor says that's Cushing's disease.
It's also weird to just be like, no, like a lot of kids are starving, but not this one.
Right. they're using AI. Like, what else would be happening?
Right.
I mean, it's like it's not that big a place. You keep bombing it.
Yeah.
Where are these people? I don't know the numbers. I'm not trusting anybody.
So I was reading an article where like this woman was actually going through like kind of like how the math is adding, like the amount of food going in compared to the amount of people who are there.
Yeah.
And it's like they're allowing basically like a quarter of what would be required,
right,
to actually like keep people alive, the number of people in there alive. So it's like, yeah, Occam's razor. It seems like they're just starving.
Occam's razor says that the Dinosaur Hotel is really the best option. That's really the Occam's razor at all. It's just that you build a bunch of dinosaurs. You build what are they going? The T-Rex for sure. Mm-hmm. The problem with the raptor is like a motel because they're small. They're not one of the big dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. But you have all these little motels where you go and meet someone from Craigslist maybe.
Yeah.
Or you have a little you get some you have a few party favors.
Right.
Birthday cakes. We should have like raptors, glass raptors. Even the sleazy motels are dinosaurs. This is the kind of, I mean, I do kind of have this vision now. And I'm not going to let Israel take it from me. I'm not going to give it to them. But I do kind of want to develop this. I've never felt this way in my life until this moment. Where I felt like, a guy like Steve Wynn, that guy who makes those hotels in Vegas. Like, I didn't grow up like, I want to make a building, or Trump, I guess. I want to grow up and make a big building. Like, I don't understand that motivation. We need it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you need someone to be like, we need to waste a lot of resources building these massive buildings that no one lives in. That needs to happen.
Yeah.
But it's never been my dream to be the guy. Yeah. But I'm now, for this moment, I'm actually kind of realizing I do kind of want to I need to find investors, start some kind of syndicate, right? Like some kind of, and get this dinosaur hotel chain. Not or the dinosaur hotel family of.
It's a dinosaur hotel world, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it has to be.
There's, you got to have little trolley cars.
I don't even like dinosaurs that much. I just think it'd be really cool to have a terrarium inside a big T-Rex. You know, the lobby is just big bushy lettuce. You would think other kinds of tropical plants, but no, that's just, you go in the lobby, and I guess there's just a big waterfall and then lettuce plants growing. Lettuce.
No, I kind of get what you're going for, like tree stars, like for the Land Before Time.
No,
I was like, and you can grab one with your mouth.
That would have been the right thing to say. I said, let's have a bunch of lettuce in the lobby. I appreciate you giving me cover here, but I should have said tree stars or palm trees. Even would have made more sense than a bunch of cabbage. Let's have cabbage growing in the Dinosaur Hotel. Oh man. So it's just, there's an earthquake. Did you feel the earthquake last night?
I didn't.
They said there was an earthquake at 10 p.m. We're a couple of floors up, but not, I am not on the 77th floor or anything. It's like the third floor of a building. I didn't feel nothing. I think it's fake news. What could be the motive? You think an underground bomb went off?
Maybe.
I bet there was some kind of underground Morlock type city, and they were bombing them.
So sometimes an earthquake just feels like a little, you just get a little massage from it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, is that Trump's defense? Well, it was an earthquake, and then she said a massage. No, earthquakes were happening, and then Jeffrey Epstein stole these women or children, whatever, from me. It's all very. It seems to have lost steam though.
Yeah, the Epstein thing.
I mean, look, I don't know. I guess these things happen, and one article comes out and another, and you feel like, well, it's kind of like 9/11. Like the first thing happens, another thing, and they're like, oh, so they're gonna keep like dripping these out.
Right.
They're gonna pin this guy, and then it just stops because there's only had a couple of scoops, I guess. I mean, there's still much more to know. I think but maybe they overestimate how much people will, I don't know, care or engaged. Think I'm gonna solve it?
I wish you would.
Look, I was thinking about solving it, but then I had this idea for a hotel that where you could be a brontosaurus or a stegosaurus.
Maybe that could be part of it. And as part of it, the dinosaur. If you come to the dinosaur world, in Gaza, you can see there'll be a little printed out client list in the lobby.
A printed out client. Oh, okay.
But you have to stay. You have to pay for a room. You have to pay for a dinosaur.
I love this idea. I love this idea. I don't understand the in between. So I want to help get this list out in the public. I'm gonna build this hotel instead, but I'll compromise and steal the list, make it up. What was it? Am I just gonna make my own list? Here's who I think did it. The guy who made kid cuisine.
It's like a replica. It's like what this list might look like.
So it's just so there's no names on it. It's just kind of like it's like when you zoom in, it's just blurred little like squiggles. Yeah, I think that would help put people at ease. Just never don't forget. We don't know, but never forget.
But only if you come and you stay at the Dinosaur Museum / Jeffrey Epstein Museum / hotel.
Okay, so I worry about this. I worry about this branding. So now it's the dual Dinosaur Hotel / Jeffrey Epstein Museum.
Look, it's a little sloppy. I understand these themes don't necessarily connect.
Yeah, I maybe I'm starting to get it now. Maybe I get why the people who run the many businesses that control America can't be bothered. Hey, we're trying to make Coca-Cola here. What do we give a shit? We're trying to sell you. Ford pickup trucks. We don't fucking care what this guy did. It's like, oh, why isn't every Ford F-150 have an inscription with the list on it? It doesn't seem feasible. And also, we don't know who's in it. All right, makes sense. That's where I'm at. You've opened my eyes. You made me realize what a hypocrite I am. A business hypocrite. Why don't you're a do-nothing podcaster? Maybe the dinosaur can move. Like, you know, the legs. If you like, you pay extra to be in the legs, and the legs kind of. Is that possible? Or maybe the whole thing
there
can
will be
on,
workers in the legs.
Maybe the whole thing can be on like some kind of hydraulic thing, and this thing will clearly lead to like mass people no longer being alive, probably. Because if anything goes wrong, it'll just, you know, it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, you're building quite a Titanic here.
I don't know any large building's ever been built on rails that can move around. But the first one will be the Tyrannosaurus, the premier. Not all of them do. Yeah, my sleazy Raptor motel won't do this. But the premier T-Rex villa will move around like a T-Rex. You know, it'll just basically be on rails and move a couple, 10 feet, 20 feet. It's about the idea of it, like eating gold leaf on an ice cream scoop.
This seems like the kind of thing that only Saudi money can build. You know,
you're not wrong. The Saudi. What do you call it? The Saudi nest egg. The Saudi nest egg might need to be tapped for this. Mm-hmm. It could be a force for good. Hey, Saudi, you guys didn't like what was going on in Gaza. Well, how about this? Well, no, I'm not doing it in Gaza. Are you saying I got to do it in Riyadh? I want to do it in like somewhere like revitalized, like Detroit or North Carolina. I don't know what happened to them. I'm just saying. I feel like, you don't think North Carolina deserves a Dinosaur Hotel?
I think they deserve a renaissance. Yeah, Dinosaur Hotel could be just what they need.
All right, I'm gonna make this happen, and by that I mean I'll never talk about it again. All right. Well, we solved everything. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe, notification, whatever cares. Patreon.com/RateCom. Get an extra episode every week, $5 a month. We'll see you all very soon. Have a great week.